Seventh place run for Janette Schraft in the 3000. Did you have any fun out there in the cold this time around?
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun. I think this race was definitely the mentally most challenging. So other than that, the race was great, the rain was great, the competition was even better.
What was so challenging about it?
I guess the most challenging part about this race was the fact that I had already run the 3 races before it, and like I said earlier, I wanted to win some so badly, and I came down off that high from the 400 hurdles, and as hard as I tried to stay motivated for the 1500, it definitely was. It was a lot more challenging to be able to pull through with that at the end mentally.
You've been competing against Emma Lucas from Bedford for a long time. Where were you kind of in relation to her throughout the course of the race?
I wasn't really paying attention to where Emma Lucas was in the race. It was more so Maria Hosseldler up there at the front and, the girl from Ames. But, Emma Lucas, I think she was kind of behind me for most of the race, and she kicked and finished at the end in the last 100 meters.
You guys just ran against each other for mainly the bulk of your guys' career, and that might continue in college too. But just what has that been like? You guys feel like maybe you push each other a little bit?
I think we definitely push each other. I'm not going to lie, she probably did not like me at all when we first started competing with each other, and I probably didn't like her much. But, over the years, her and I have actually become friends. And, we talk training, we talk meets, we talk like, hey, are you going to run this and this meet? Oh, so am I. Let's push each other, So it's kind of developed into, instead of like a hate relationship to love-hate relationship to we just love each other,
We can talk about and think about, oh man, this is a big workload, but most of us don't have any idea what these past few days have been like for you. Can you kind of describe physically what kind of a toll this has been?
I think that physically it's something that my body's pretty used to. Coming from 1A school where I had to run events like this and almost every single meet twice a week, I think this is something that my body's pretty used to, but coming into drag relays this week and having that expectation to do well is something that I've had an expectation to do well in the past, but to have people counting on me and constantly telling me you can win so and so and you can win this race and you can win that race, and just like knowing that people having that expectation to go out there and place in the top 3 in all my events is something that I think is kind of exhausting. And I know that it's just because the people I'm surrounded by support me. But just being in the position that I was in this week with my expectations was a little more emotionally exhausting than physically. But the toll that's put on my body is going to require about a day of swimming. So I think I'll be back at it by Monday.
You mentioned the taxing weekend for you. You also get that elusive drag relays title. When you look back 5-10 years from now, what's going to be the one thing you remember the most about this weekend?
I think the one thing I'm going to remember most about this weekend was how I just ran my 1500. It's a feeling that I'm probably never going to have to feel again, and so it's definitely going to push me through my future races.
I haven't got a chance to ask you yet about last week in the 2,000-meter steeplechase. Not many people obviously compete in that, and you do quite well in it. How was that? How big of a highlight was that for you at Kansas?
It was pretty great. Something that I wanted to do for a while was compete in New Balance Nationals for the steeplechase, so I kind of needed to get a time down that was faster than 7:15 to be able to make my way down there. So.
Thanks a bunch.